Okay. You? I told you to stay away from my family. Don't drag my grandchildren into this any more than you already have. Stay back. I have questions about the Kamenkai, the group your daughter and son-in-law were part of. You're the only one alive who'd remember. Kamenkai? I don't know anything about it. Leave me. Grandma enough. Listen to yourself. Do you even realize you're lying anymore? Takashi told us everything. And you, Ito. Just because this investigation's important to you doesn't give you the right to barge in here. Your grandma and I need to talk. If it upsets you, maybe you should go. No, I'm not going anywhere. This is the house I grew up in. It's as much mine as it's grandma's. If you have something to say, you can say it in front of me. Only a little while ago, I found out my parents died in some cult, and no one even knows why. You think hearing that was easy for me? I want to help you, Ito, but all the deceit and lies were starting to hurt people. What I'm chasing is so much worse. Tell that to that poor man in the station. He's in the hospital now, terrified out of his wits. People aren't only here to be used for information and then throw away while you move on. They have lives too. And bringing up the past can hurt. Surely you, of all people, understand that. I do, but ignoring the past won't make it go away, and there's unfinished businesses from the Kamenkai that needs to be taken care of. But what's left to talk about? Everyone's dead, right? I promise to talk to you about all this later. For now, let me and the detective talk. Go on. You were cooking us dinner, weren't you? Alright, we'll talk about it later. But I'll be in the other room if you need me. So, you found me out. Now that Mai knows, I suppose there's no point in keeping it secret any longer. The truth is, my daughter never would have joined the Kamenkai if it weren't for me. I convinced her and her husband to join. I was already a member. At the time I joined, my husband had left me and I'd lost my job. Suddenly, leaving me a single, unemployed mother who could barely support her daughter. That's when Tokimasa found me and told me that the society that stigmatized and shunned me was a fiction, a great machine to be fought, and that my very soul was at stake. At stake. Of course, he used me, and he did everyone else. I desperately wanted to hear that my struggles weren't my fault. They stole everything from me, my youth, my mind, then my child. And then one day in 1996, they all died. The cause of death was buried, and no autopsies were performed. Or if they were hidden. Why? That's simple. The government didn't care about some dead cultists in the wood and covered it up so the papers wouldn't sensationalize their deaths. That's it? After everything I found, you expect me to believe that? 12 people died that day, and no one knows why. What happened? Tell me the truth. You want to know what happened so badly? Fine, I'll tell you. They died for nothing, following in the footsteps of a madman who believed that life was an illusion. As words of other compounds and other groups being raided spread, Tokimasa began warning us that the end was near. He believed the world was collapsing, and it was time for him and his followers to abandon the flesh and find purity among the gods. My Emiko, she didn't die from some conspiracy. She chose death because she no longer had an anchor to reality, and it was my fault. Beyond that, I don't know what happened to them. No, you do know something. In the report, it says after the officers cleared the bodies, they found the mask. The same one you handed me 6 months ago. That's... Tokimasa would always kept it to himself, saying it granted him sight to the realm of the kami. I needed it. You don't understand. It allowed us to see strange things and people who were gone. The guru was a fool, a fake, but the mask was real. There was a rumor that the cult members were killed by one of their own. Surely you didn't... No, you don't understand. I would never kill my own child. I didn't take the mask, it was given to me. One day a man, some journalist or other, showed up at my door carrying the mask. I couldn't believe it. I begged him for it, and he stood there smiling at me. His eyes were like none I had ever seen. It was strange. All he wanted in exchange for the mask was a picture of Emiko. When I joined the cult, I was forced to give up my possessions and only had one left, but I gave it to him nevertheless. I thought if I had the mask, that I could find her, that maybe she would forgive me. Und wer jetzt schon eine ganze Weile dabei ist, weiß genau, wer der Mann ist, der in ihrer Tür stand. As soon as I had it in my hands, my mind opened. I could hear her voice. So you went into the sewers chasing after her, thinking you could save her. Takashi told you that as well, did he? Yes, it's true. Emiko was crying out to me, begging me to find her and free her from a dark place. I would have given anything to hold her in my arms again and plead her forgiveness. I don't care if you don't believe me. Just like Tanaka was calling out to me. I do believe you. We're probably some of the few people left alive who know what this mask is capable of. If you really thought I'd help you find her when you give it to me? Because I was wrong. At first I only followed whispers. Then I found myself in a strange labyrinth, chasing after her shade. The days bled together. I lost track of my grandchildren, of the shrine. It was an illusion. No matter how hard I tried, I never found her. I only became more and more disconnected from the world around me. I descend into madness. It was being used again. Just as Tokimasa had used me so many years before. I tried getting rid of it, throwing it away, burning it. None of it mattered. It always came back. And when I did, the visions and whispers only got worse. So I put it out of my mind and tried as best as I could to live a life of solitude and ignore the screams of my daughter. Then you came, and when you did, the mask was screaming out in voices that I have never heard before. I thought it was a sign, so I gave it to you. I didn't even have time to breathe out a sign of relief before I heard a gunshot ring out. No one else ran to it. I think I was the only one who knew that sound for what it was. I thought the mask was punishing me once again by taking Mai away from me. Instead, it had passed tragedy to another. I'm sorry. Perhaps the knowledge of the mask should die with us. There is one other person who knows about the mask. A girl named Reina. Does that name mean anything to you? No, I don't know anybody by that name. Do you expect me to know everyone who's been touched by the mask? No, but you were involved with a group that worshipped it. Are you sure you're telling me everything? Yes. What good will accusing an old woman do? Unless you're chasing someone too. That must be it. Mai told me you lost someone. Your partner in the police, is that right? If I'm right, then I suggest you to stop your search. The place I was shown by the mask was not meant for the living. I barely escaped with my life. Stop while your mind and body remain intact. What if I told you there was another option? What other option? In the months since I first met you, I've had time to examine the ancient text in this shrine, and as the mask grew further away, I loosened its grip on my mind. I knew then it would someday make its way back to me, and so I became determined to find a way to protect myself and my grandchildren from this influence. The darkness of the Kamenkai and its ritual object are but manipulations used to sewer our connections with what it is truly divine. The mask breeds darkness. Dark forces can invade all manner of living and non-living things, driving them to violence or death. That which is evil cannot be used or tolerated. It must be destroyed. It's the only way to save us from its grip. Destroy the mask? I thought you just said it couldn't be done. Not physically. Grandma, is everything alright? I overheard you talking about that mask again. Yes, dear, but you needn't worry. In fact, it's good you're here, as this talk involves you. You've trained in exorcism and purification rituals for quite some time, haven't you? Such a ritual could purify the mask and turn it into a mere piece of wood, given we gather the right materials, of course. I can tell you from the look in your eyes that you think me to be senile, but I'm quite serious. Even modern rituals have ancient roots, and with enough conviction, they're still capable of great power. Before I was content to die as long as the mask didn't hurt my children, as I was too feeble to do what was necessary myself. But now, seeing you here, I see a second chance to do what is right. If you truly know... Slow down. I didn't come here to be involved in a ritual or exorcism or whatever you call it. I only want the truth about the Kamenkai, which you still haven't given me. You're a stubborn one, aren't you? So be it. I can see there's only one way to change your mind. The only trace of what happened that day would be at the Kamenkai compound itself. The records of its location are lost, and they were never made public, but I know where it is. What's the catch? Go there, search for your truth. See what worshipping the mask was worth. When you return, you'll help me destroy it. What makes you so confident I'll change my mind? I went back once, years ago. In all honesty, I'm not sure why. Perhaps to remind myself of my sins. What I saw and felt in that place, it was tainted by darkness and death. Those two things are all the mask will afford you. There is something else. I had a feeling you'd say that. The heavy, unnatural air I felt when I returned to the compound. It had the same stench, the same quality of the tunnels I were searched for Emiko. Sounds like a superstition to me. So what exactly is it what you want in exchange for the information? I believe the energies on the mask and that place are linked. I want you to bring something back from there. Anything. It might help in the ritual. Looking for the truth will not bring you peace, detective. Purifying the mask very well might. Remember that. The compound is in the forest of Aokigahara. Aoki? Yeah. Hey, that's the suicide forest. Suicide forest. What a dreadful name. Thought I suppose those woods have seen their fair share of tragedy and death. Ito, you can't just go charging in there. It's dangerous. What if you got lost? GPS doesn't work in there. And I heard even compasses won't work point north. Not only that, but, well, a lot of people go there to die. I don't think you should go. You two keep talking about that mask like it's some evil spirit causing you pain, but I think the pain you're feeling isn't caused by a mask. It's just you. So many nights after the girl died in the shrine, I had nightmares. Every corner I went around, I thought I'd see her there. It wasn't a ritual or a charm that made me better, though. I just stopped listening in the fear. I confronted it. When you took me to see Takashi, that was the first time I'd left Kamakura since April. It's embarrassing to admit it, but I was scared. And yeah, Takashi telling me all that stuff about mom and dad was scary, but it was the truth. I wasn't hiding from some demon I'd invented myself. Anyway, I know you might not listen to me, but I don't think you should put yourself in danger just so you can keep chasing your demons. Maybe you're right, but some demons have a way of spreading to others. Seeing the Kamenkai compound is something I have to do. Well, it's your choice, but Aoki is huge. How are you going to find the compound? Mai takes a good point. It's been a long time. Are you sure remember where it is? Of course I do. I know what you two must think of me, but I'm not senile. It's a hike away from a bus stop on the outskirts of Narusawa. We used to go into town occasionally for supplies. Several miles away from the bus stop, there's a clearing, and a path there is used time to time by the Forest Service. I'll draw you a map before you leave. It continues for quite some time, and eventually it will be blocked off. Keep going forward, and don't turn back or leave the path. The forest can play tricks on you. Supposing the path is still there, it seems pretty incredible to me that the compound would have been left alone all these years. It still stands, after all. Why would they bother to go and dismantle it? Go, search for whatever truth you think you will find. But be careful, detective. Do what must be done, then leave. Staying there is dangerous. I hope that once you enter that place and feel the energy I did, you'll have the sense to see what I never could. You understand, don't you? The mask must be purified. There's someone else down in the dark. I have to know what will happen to him. Down there? If that's true, you've already lost him. I will begin preparations for the ceremony regardless. Mai, see her out. She's never said anything like that to me. You must have really scared her. Listen, I'll help with this ritual because I think it'll help Grandma get better. But don't get yourself killed. I know in your eyes I'm probably just a kid, but I know how much it hurts to want the truth. Takashi obsessed over the past, and I was miserable not knowing. Grandma almost went insane on top of that. Grandma said it herself. You're still young. You should forget about all this and start over. And you might not want to hear this, but listening to you two talk about masks and spirits, well, you sounded like that girl at the shrine. It scares me, and it should scare you too. Take care of yourself, Ito. »120«« Is this it? The path? It must be. Just like the old woman said. Honestly, I was hoping I wouldn't be here. It's all so convenient. Like it's all part of some little game. What was that noise? No, 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 not now. Why here? Leave me alone. Three statues covered in moss and undergrowth. It looks like someone is missing. A depiction of Ojiso-sama. It said that praying to these statues can help guide the souls of children who die young. They look so old and forgotten. It's kind of sad to them abandoned like this. How could these statues help anyone in such a dark place? Reina? What is she doing here? Huh? Where am I? No, anywhere but here. I don't want to remember this. Why now? Ito, why did you come here? You've left me here to die again, haven't you? It was your fault that this happened to me. You're so selfish. You never care about what happened to anyone but yourself. People who get hurt along the way are just collateral damage. It's all about you and what you want. You. You're not looking for me. You only want to hurt the girl, to hurt the old woman, to see everyone who gets in your way suffer. No, that's not true. I would have done anything to change what happened to you. Make it go away. I can't bear to look anymore. Stop. Make it stop. I don't want to remember. What a great idea. Remembering hurts, doesn't it? Let me take away all that pain. Let's forget, Ayami-chan. Wait. An Ojitsu-sama statue. I feel a familiar presence as I pick it up. Geez, the way you were sleeping, you thought you'd never wake up. Huh? Where? Kazuki, Thank goodness you're okay. I knew I'd find you. Oh, find me? What are you talking about? I haven't gone anywhere. I saw you on the ground. Reina, she slit your throat. That must have been hell of a nightmare you had. Nothing a good coffee can't fix it. Yeah. Agree. Clippitis. Speaking of, I fixed the coffee machine so I can officially file that case as solved. Hey, you okay? You look a little out of... Take your time getting ready. I'll be in the other room. Yeah, thanks, Kazuki. What is this? I was looking for something, wasn't I? Why can't I remember? My heart's beating a mile a minute. I can't shake this feeling of dread that's hanging in the air. This is real, right? I want it to be real. Hey, schau an, Lady Fluffington. Welcome back to the real world, sleepyhead. Oh, you're not dressed? You didn't forget about your picnic, did you? Picnic? We were gonna have a picnic in the park and see the cherry blossoms, remember? I know it's not exactly traditional, but I figured we could grab a pizza on the way or whatever too. It's an important time of the year after all. Did you forget that too? Don't you remember when the cherry blossoms fell? You saved those 2 girls at the shrine? You're a hero! Saved? I'm no hero. She died. I killed her. She always trying to stop me from... Kazuki, something doesn't feel right. This isn't where I'm supposed to be. Of course it is. We're together. The sun is out. We've got Lady Fluff. Isn't this what you wanted? With your parents gone, Lady Fluff and I are only family you've got left. This is where you belong. And we love you, Ayami-chan. That's why you'll come with us. Come on. We've got to get going. Go? Where are you taking me? Somewhere safe. Safe? Why? Where was I going? Where's the path? The path isn't for you. It leads to suffering. So let's leave the path and be happy. Forever. Isn't this nice? We're all here like one big happy family. We don't need anyone else. 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 It's better this way. Stay here. Stay here. Stay here where it's safe. Stay here and rot, Ayami. Kazuki, what's the matter with you? Nothing is the matter. We're exactly where we need to be. This is all so wonderful. I've taken you somewhere safe, just like I promised, far away from places you didn't belong. You'll stay here so you can't hurt anyone anymore. Free from all those pesky, painful memories, so let's forget together. Lie down here, it's comfortable, and stay here. Forever, and ever, and ever. No, ignoring the pain won't make it go away. Kazuki wouldn't want me to forget. He'd tell me to keep going. I know this place, I've been here before. It's drenched in the same suffering as before. Reina, why did you take me here? Why won't you leave me alone? Why do you want to hurt me so badly? Why did you come here? Don't make me remember. Fuck! I've never felt Reina's presence so strongly before. If I didn't come to my senses, I might have... What now? What's in this forest that she doesn't want me to see? The air completely changed when I placed the statue with the others. The forest doesn't seem so dark and I can see clearing up ahead. Is it over? Reina, are you still here somewhere? Where is she? If I'm losing it, fine. Just show yourself. Huh. You really are losing it, Ayami. You're just as crazy as everyone said. Seeing Reina in the woods like she's a villain in a movie. No time for your silly delusions. You have to focus on what's real. This is the compound of the Kamenkai cult. It's real. I don't know how, but the roots of everything that's happened were planted here. If I can just pull it out, everything will go back to normal. That's right. You don't scare me, Reina. The doctors say you're not real, so you're not real. I'll find out the truth here and stop you. It sure is quiet. Why are there no birds? Oh well, nothing to do but move forward. Yep. Jesus. Well. Oh, Reina, maybe you shouldn't be here. Huh? Why not? The feast isn't for you, it's for us, the impure who must prepare ourselves. Tokimasa says that the unpure must purify themselves by feasting and expunging the darkness from their bodies. If you can remain uncorrupted, then even someone worthless like me will be able to ascend to a higher plane. I don't think you're worthless. Everyone just keeps telling me I'm so special, but no one visits me anymore. And where's everyone else? Are they hiding from me now, too? The others are with the guru preparing themselves for tomorrow. Don't worry, Reina. Everything will be clear tomorrow. There's nothing to fear. Hey, can I have a little of that? The great Tokimasa instructed us not to give you any food at the feast. Oh, don't you see? You are pure. The feast, the indulgence, is there to test us, to show us that we are corrupted with the strains of impurity upon us. It is a reminder of how the great machine of man keeps our souls shackled and chained. Those who are cleansed must not turn away from the righteous path. Right, but you're very lucky, yes, so lucky, to be in Tokimasa's favor. He chose you. He chose you to be the bearer of the mask. To see the great door to the pure realm. Those other children who were taken, that too was a test. To find the most pure among you. You understand, don't you? I don't know. Oh, yes, of course not. You're but a child. Tokimasa said that you children are much wiser than us, that your understanding of the world is untainted. Where's Mommy? Mommy? Ah, yes, I imagine she's with the guru. She's in need of the guru's love. Yes, her mind has gone astray of late. In such a key moment. The guru will show her way, don't worry. Mother, father, sister, brother, it doesn't matter. Where are your family? You should go back to your bed. I don't think the guru will let someone so important wander freely. What if something would happen to you like the others? What others? Do not fear, child. The great Tokimasa's prophecy will come to pass, and there will be no fear, very soon. You should go to sleep, child, and remember, do not eat this meal. It is food for us, the pitiful. What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing, it's nothing. The ritual is soon. It will be time of a great change. Go away. Why? Tomorrow you will guide us. But look at you, so young. We must be resilient. Fear is a pure emotion. All forms of life feel fear. To fear is not weakness, but a test. You are testing me. The guru is wise. Are you okay? You're looking at me funny again. It's nothing. What do you want? Oh, do you know where Takashi is? Weak. They're weak. Don't think of them. Don't cloud your thoughts. You must remain as you are. Needn't worry. Tokimasa will guide us. Just wait. What's wrong, Emiko? Oh, Reina, what are you doing here? You scared me. I'm sorry. It's alright. You didn't mean it, did you? No. Then there's nothing to worry about. Do you want something? Why isn't Takashi or the baby here with you? He and his sister were no meant for the path of purity. Not like you. It's the night before the ritual. I must unburden myself with thoughts of them. What's unburden means? Unburden, Reina. It means I have to forget them. Yes, forget the children, Emiko. Becoming too attached to your offspring is part of mankind's great machine. It is a lie. It was a test. They did not pass. You must. We are so close to our goal. Yes, of course. I will not shackle myself to meaningless connections. Reina, don't worry. Tomorrow is the great ritual Tokimasa has envisioned. And you're the guest of honor. Everything will be alright. Really? Yes, of course. Now run along. I can't let my daughter be in the ritual. That's not for you to decide. You know her importance. What the guru says she can show us. But she's my daughter. Tokimasa hadn't told us what he's going to do with her. She is our daughter, Hisako. What if it doesn't work like he says? She's so young. You doubt him? Now? It's because she's so young she was chosen. Her mind is not stayed by regret, sadness or corruption. She's perfect. I know that, just... Then why hesitate? The guru tells us we're approaching the moment that will bring us true peace. The accumulation of everything we've worked for. Somehow your children is the focal point. He says she will be granted a sight even more profound than his own. She can lead us. I only want to make sure she's okay. He promised me that she'd be safe, but now I'm not sure. The guru will make sure she's taken care of. She'll want for nothing and be blessed with new sight. It's the only way. The world is in the brink of ruin. There's no time left. My own children will... Emiko, don't worry. They'll be safe. No, my own mother betrayed me. She dragged my children away to die in the filth. I'm sorry. I must be strong. Soon we will have no more worries and a scent from our flesh. You know, don't you? I saw you outside when he told us. Yes. All of the things I studied, they were only ever used by corrupt people to control one another, to hurt one another. Soon we'll be free of all that. We'll escape the suffering of this world and be reborn. And it will be Reina who shows us the way. She will be the bridge. You're right. I always knew she was special. Even when she was growing inside me, I could feel it. Promise me again. Promise me she'll taken care of. Mommy. Reina. Where were you? I missed you. Shh, keep your voice down, sweetheart. I can't stay long. Why not? Why don't you stay with me anymore? Well, that's complicated. The guru thinks it's the best if we're apart for a while. He has big plans for us, and for you especially. Who cares about all that? Honey, it's not that simple. Why not? Why not they let us be together? Because you're so pure and perfect. I know you love me, but I'm no good. If I stay with you, he says I'll corrupt you. But I'm so weak. I wanted to see you. It's our little secret, okay? Okay. Mommy, is it my fault you can't stay with me anymore? Oh, Reina, no, of course not. It's me. You're going to be a big important person someday. I can't hold you back. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but someday you'll understand. Tokimasa has big plans for you. He told me so himself. He said you're the key to everything, because you're so pure. Remember why we left the city? Because everything was so mean and out for themselves. They're all stained by corruption, but not us. No, not you, anyway. I thought you said we're going home. We can't. Tokimasa has the great machines done for. All those corrupt people will kill each other in wars and die and will be left. But you'll be there to guide them. Soon. You've been chosen by Tokimasa. To die? I don't want anybody to die. Yes, me neither, sweetie, but like I said, Tokimasa has figured out a new ritual, and you'll be able to help everyone. I don't understand. Why are you saying all these weird things? Now, Reina, it's not easy for me either, but it's not about what we want all the time. If you do this, it will help me. You wanna help Mommy, don't you? Yeah, I guess. Exactly. So let's smile, okay? Hey, guess what? What? Before the ritual, there's gonna be a big celebration. Just for you. It will be a big feast. What's that mean? It's a big meal where everyone gets to eat all the food they want. It's like a party. Doesn't that sound fun? I guess so. Then I can come see you again. Do you promise? Yeah. Afterwards, we'll go outside. We'll all go out together to the ritual. All together? I thought you said it was just me. Like I said, sweetheart, you've been chosen. Tokimasa says you will gain the sight to guide us to salvation. Okay. Hey, don't look so sad. You'll get me crying if you do. And you don't want to see Mommy cry, do you? No. Good, Reina. I need you to listen to me now. Here, I want you to have this. It's Mummy's amulet. The one I've kept since I was little. I want you to have it for the ritual. When it starts, I want you to hold it and keep your eyes shut tight, okay? If you get scared, just grab it tight and think of me, okay? But that amulet is yours. Don't you need it? If something bad happens to you, it's more important you have it now. Promise me you'll do what I ask. I promise. Let's make a pinky promise. Okay. And you know what happens when you break a pinky promise, right? Right, you said my pinky fall off. Exactly. And we wouldn't want that now, would we? After tomorrow things might be different. Maybe even a little scary, but it's not all bad. The most important thing is that Tokimasa told us that we'll be together. I love you, Reina. I love you too, Mummy. Okay. Huh. Oh wait. What's this? It looks like a simple wooden amulet. How did I not notice it before? What is this? I feel strange, like I'm back there again. Where am I? The forest path. I saw things and started running. When I found the amulet, I cut away the fog. It cut away the fog that been surrounding me and showed me the truth. The mask, the Kamenkai. Reina was there the whole time. They all killed themselves and made her wear the mask. That day was when it started, when Reina became the mask bearer, when her suffering truly began. The pulse of the dark has changed again, and the fuzzy image I had before has snapped into focus. Everything I need to put an end to this in my hands. What day is it? I can't keep it straight anymore. I can't keep anything straight. A girl, a sewer, a knife. The visions. Every day the same. A never-ending maze. What am I doing chasing after a dead girl? What have I stooped to? Maybe in another life there is an Ayami that's happy, that isn't seeing memories that aren't her own. Things she couldn't possibly have seen. What did I see in that forest? Was that really Reina? There was a woman there who looked like me too. What did they die for? For this little wood mask? For salvation? What was that? No, not now. I need to think. Leave me alone. But you never will. Not until I put an end on it one way or another. Was it your pain I felt in the compound? I felt so alone. So scared. I can feel the dark, only it's changed. It's not so shapeless anymore. That's where you are, isn't it? Down there in the dark? The dark? No, they're just sewers. No. They are there, somehow. And in it is a door. I can't run from it. Maybe I could see Kazuki again. I'd have to keep hold of that horrible mask. What's it done to me already? The historian said I wasn't the bearer, so what more will it take from me? Or I could destroy it. Maybe it's not all my fault. If it's all the mask, maybe destroying it will make it stop. It ruined my life. It almost ruined the old Kawana woman, so it can't be my fault. But would Mai really be able to do it? What if she failed? What if it worked? If Reina and Kazuki really are down there, would they survive it? I'd be a murderer again. I can see these things that other people can't. I have to embrace it. There's only 2 things left to do to end this, so I can try and put my life back together. Shinjuku and Kamakura, 2 places of horrible significance to me. But the only path left is to choose between them. This is it. I need to choose. Follow the path further into the darkness or return to the light.